I slowly opened my eyes. I was lying in my bed, but something felt off. The room seemed different. The air was charged with an electric tension that made my skin prickle. As I sat up, a sudden jolt of energy coursed through my body. My heart racing, I threw off the covers and swung my legs over the side of the bed. That's when I saw it, a brilliant, pulsating violet light emanating from the wall opposite my bed. The light grew brighter, illuminating the room with an ethereal glow. My eyes widened as a massive crystal-like orb materialized in front of me. The orb pulsed with energy, radiating an intense heat that seemed to sear the air around it. I felt myself being drawn to the orb, as if it was exerting some kind of inexplicable force on me. Without thinking, I reached out a hand. As soon as my skin made contact with the orb, the room around me dissolved into chaos. A blinding flash of light enveloped me. I felt myself being lifted off the ground. The orb's energy coursed through my body, sending my mind reeling with visions and sensations I couldn't begin to comprehend. My consciousness expanded, and I felt myself merging with the orb. I saw ancient civilizations, distant worlds, and mysterious technologies that defied understanding. The visions were disjointed and fragmented, but they left me with a sense of awe and wonder. As the energy dissipated, I found myself back in my bed, gasping for breath. The room was quiet and still, except for the soft hum of the orb, which now hovered above my chest. The crystal-like surface pulsed with a gentle blue-violet light that seemed to be watching me. My mind reeled as I struggled to process what had just happened. I felt changed, transformed by the orb's energy. My body seemed stronger, my senses more acute. I could feel the orb's power coursing through my veins, waiting to be unleashed. With a sense of trepidation, I swung my legs over the side of the bed and stood up. The orb floated beside me, its light illuminating the darkened room. I took a deep breath, feeling the weight of my newfound responsibilities. I looked at the orb, and in a voice that was barely above a whisper, I asked, "What do you want from me?" The orb pulsed with energy, but it didn't respond. Instead, it seemed to be waiting for me to discover the answer for myself. I stood there, frozen in uncertainty, as the orb continued to hover beside me. I felt a sense of anticipation building up inside me, as if I was on the cusp of something momentous. Suddenly, the orb darted forward, and I felt myself being enveloped in a warm, golden light. The light was soothing, calming, and it seemed to be imbuing me with a sense of clarity and purpose. As the light faded, I found myself standing in front of a massive, ornate mirror. The mirror seemed to be reflecting an image that wasn't quite mine. My eyes seemed brighter, my jawline stronger, and my skin seemed to be glowing with a subtle, otherworldly energy. I reached out a hand, tentatively touching the mirror's surface. As I did, the reflection began to shift, revealing visions of ancient landscapes, mysterious artifacts, and forbidden knowledge. The visions were disjointed, fragmented, but they seemed to be hinting at a deeper truth. I felt my mind expanding, as if I was being initiated into a secret world that lay beyond the veil of reality. The mirror's surface began to ripple, like the surface of a pond. I felt myself being drawn into the reflection, as if I was being pulled into a parallel universe. With a sense of wonder, stepped forward, allowing myself to be enveloped by the mirror's mystical energy. As I did, the world around me dissolved into chaos, and I felt myself being reborn into a realm beyond my wildest imagination. My consciousness expanded, and I found myself floating in a realm that defied the laws of physics. The air was filled with swirling clouds of iridescent colors, and the sky was ablaze with stars that seemed to be singing in harmony. A figure approached me, shrouded in a hooded cloak. As they drew closer, I saw that it was a woman with piercing green eyes and skin that seemed to be made of pure crystal. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "I am the guardian of the orb," the woman replied, her voice like music. "And you are the chosen one. My mind reeled as the woman began to reveal the secrets of the orb and its true purpose. I felt my destiny unfolding before me like a map to a hidden treasure. The woman's words painted a vivid picture of an ancient civilization that had possessed technology beyond human comprehension. They had created the orb as a key to unlocking the secrets of the universe, and it had been hidden away for centuries, waiting for the right individual to awaken its power. I listened, entranced, as the woman explained that I had been chosen for my unique genetic makeup, which held the code to unlocking the orb's true potential. I felt a sense of wonder and trepidation as I realized the enormity of my newfound responsibility. And then, just as the woman finished speaking, the realm began to shift and distort like the surface of a pond. I felt myself being pulled back to the world I knew. I was no longer the same person. I had been transformed by the power of the orb. I knew that nothing would ever be the same again. My eyes snapped open. I found myself back in my bedroom. The orb hovered above my chest, its gentle hum a reminder of the incredible journey I had just experienced. As I sat up, I felt a surge of energy course through my body. I looked down at my hands, and they seemed to be glowing with a soft, ethereal light. The room around me began to distort, like the surface of a pond. I felt myself being lifted out of my body. I saw the world from a completely new perspective. I saw the threads of connection that bound everything together. I saw the hidden patterns and codes that governed the universe, and I saw the infinite possibilities that lay before me. My consciousness expanded, and I became one with the universe. I knew that I had been given a great gift, and that I had a responsibility to use it for the greater good. And then everything went white, the end. For now, will I use my newfound powers to change the world? Will I be able to control the orb's energy, or will it control me? The choice is yours. Do you want to continue the story? Do you want to leave it here?